This is Vince Miller. Thanks so much for joining me for this devotional. We are in Proverbs chapter 10. I'm going to read verse 1, just one verse today. And it reads this way: the Proverbs of Solomon. And then he says, a wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son is a sorrow to his mother. Now, it feels like as we read this first verse here that we're starting a little bit of a new section of Proverbs, which we are. If you have been following with me, chapters 1 through 9 were just simply an introduction, like reading the introduction to a book. But the introduction was critical because it sets up or establishes actually the characteristics of what makes a wise son. So let me illustrate. If you read Proverbs 10:1 here without really reading the introduction, you're going to assume that a good son makes a father glad. And a good son does make a father glad. Got you on that one. So true, right? But it's only partially true because you see, a good son makes a father happy, but Solomon is pre-qualifying the son here. He calls him a wise son. A wise son makes a father glad. Therefore, it's not just any son or a good son that makes a father glad. It's actually a wise one. Okay? And now we need to know what qualifies a wise son. And the previous 9 chapters qualify him. In fact, Solomon gives us 7 features or qualities of a wise son. They are: he fears the Lord, he honors his parents, he is responsible, he works hard, he treats people with respect, he makes good friends, and he accepts correction. So now we know what makes a father happy or glad. It's a wise son with those 7 qualities. That's what it is. But this is not just a list of qualifiers for a wise son. They are qualifiers for wise fathers too. You see, Solomon assumes that a wise son also has a wise father. And since I assume we have some fathers and sons listening today, you now have a nice list of qualities or attributes to shoot for in your life. A wisdom checklist, so to speak. Not a righteousness checklist. Jesus checked that list off for us, but a list of aspirational qualities to strive for as we grow in wisdom in this life. So, son, if you're listening today, grow in wisdom. But, I also know a list like this might make you feel a little overwhelmed. So I want you to do this. I want you to identify one that you might need to work on, just one of the 7. And then I want you to take a moment to ask God to give you guidance in that one area today. And guess what? I'm going to do the same. And then let's grow in wisdom together. I love you, son. I love you guys. Be blessed today. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, share it with someone you know, and I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.